Number 4. Ancient Sparta. If your baby was weak, it was thrown off a cliff. Sparta was not a normal place. Every aspect of Spartan society was built around one single purpose: creating the most effective fighting force the world had ever seen. And that process started at birth. When a Spartan baby was born, it wasn't taken home by its parents. It was taken to a council of elders called the Gerousia for inspection. The elders would examine the newborn for any signs of weakness, too small, too sickly, any kind of deformity. If the baby passed inspection, it was handed back to its parents to be raised as a Spartan citizen. If it didn't pass, it was carried to a place called the Apothete, a chasm at the base of Mount Taygetus, and thrown in. No exceptions, no appeals. Didn't matter if you were a farmer's kid or the king's own child. Every Spartan baby had to pass the same inspection. The philosopher Plutarch, who wrote extensively about Spartan customs, described it as a matter of simple logic from the Spartan perspective. A child that was not healthy enough to become a warrior was not healthy enough to live. Raising a weak child was seen as a waste of resources and a burden on a state that could not afford burdens. Now, some modern historians have pushed back on this, arguing that the accounts may have been exaggerated by non-Spartan writers who wanted to make Sparta seem barbaric. Archaeological surveys of the Apothete have found bones, but they were adult bones, possibly criminals or prisoners, not infants. So the cliff-tossing part might be embellished. But even the more conservative interpretations agree that Spartans practiced some form of infant selection. Weak babies were at minimum abandoned or left exposed to the elements, which amounts to the same thing, with fewer dramatic cliffs. What's undeniable is that every Spartan boy who survived this initial inspection was placed into the Agoge at age 7, a state-run training program that was basically a 13-year boot camp designed to turn children into professional killing machines. They were deliberately underfed to encourage them to steal food, and then beaten if they got caught. Not beaten for stealing, beaten for getting caught. The lesson wasn't don't steal. The lesson was don't get caught. Spartan parenting was a different vibe.